Good evening. Tonight I'm inspired to talk to you. It's been a while. I'm sitting on my balcony looking at the moon, at the stars, and I'm thinking about change. How can we induce change? Because we cannot provoke it, we cannot force it, we can only induce it. Change in our collective reality, but it has to start from the individual reality. It cannot be forced into the collective before the collective is ready. And we can only know if the collective is ready by first working on the change we want to see inside of us, and then as we're making this change, maybe other people would be making this change, and organically we will meet, and organically we will find an answer to whatever we want to change. And the old ways don't work anymore. The old ways will not work anymore, and we cannot collaborate with corruption to make positive change. We cannot force or open the eyes of corruption and asking it to look at itself and realize that it has to collapse in order for real change to happen. And it's not a matter of sticking a needle in somebody's skin and inducing vitamin C. If the body is not open to receive the vitamin C will go to waste. We cannot force a plant that doesn't give flowers to give flowers. We cannot force an apple tree to give us avocado. I mean, sometimes we have to look at things, accept them as they are, accept the fact that in our government or in the governments of the world, there is a different degree of corruption. Depends on the country, depends on the history, depends on what's happened. That we have to look at the reality, the collective reality that everybody is agreeing to keep alive by insisting that they can make a difference from inside. I personally don't think this is possible. I don't think that change can be forced. And I don't believe that somebody who has been benefiting from corruption, contributing to corruption, will at any point have the courage to actually denounce corruption, because they are part of it. And if they wake up, which would be amazing, if they wake up and realize that the system they are working in is corrupt, they will have to leave it. They will have to exit, to stop feeding it. Exactly like any kind of illness there is in our body. If we feel that there is a corruption in any part of our body, any illness, any sickness, we have to fast. We have to stop feeding it in order for the body to heal itself, because the body is intelligent enough to heal itself if we stop feeding it poison. And poison is not only food. Poison is not something somebody is putting in us. Poison is something we put in ourselves. It's the fear, it's the smallness, it's the idea that we need the government to make a change, we need authority to get approval and to be supported, we need entities to come and validate us. And that vision we have of ourselves against this big, huge monster that humanity has built over time and empowered over time, that is now keeping people small, living on breadcrumbs, This monster, we don't have to fight it. We don't have to destroy it. We don't have to do anything except stop feeding it our hopes, our dreams, our abilities, our capacities. The only way to weaken it is to stop feeding it. And then it will be weak enough to eat itself up, and then it collapses. And when it collapses, it's an opportunity to build again. It's an opportunity for the people who actually made that change within themselves to meet each other. And then we can build again on a clean slate. We can build again something new. We cannot go and find an apartment that needs restoration and just move in. If it's rotten, if there is cracks in the wall, we're gonna have to bring in people to fix the problems, to maybe destroy a wall and rebuild it, maybe check the foundation of it, etc. We need to. Sometimes when the foundation are too corrupt and too rotten, we're gonna have to let the building fall in order to build again something that can last, a stronger foundation. So change is inevitable, because this is the only constant in life, change. But if we want a new life, if we want a new system by which we live, if we want a kinder, more compassionate, more collaborative, less competitive, less consumer system to live in, we have to first apply it in our own lives, apply it in our own self, and have integrity, and be professional in the way we look at things. Be professional and don't do anything to others you wouldn't do to yourself. Don't accept corruption in your lives. And even if you need to isolate yourself, even if you have to, take your lifestyle down a notch, and a little bit less luxury, a little bit less comfort, in order to live in peace and integrity. This is the first change you will make. And then you observe yourself along the way, and you say, okay, now, I'm hungry. I'm tempted to actually accept anything. I'm tempted to actually work with the most corrupt person in the world just to make money, because I'm tired of living on breadcrumbs. And yes, it's very understandable that somebody at some point will say, fuck it, fuck integrity, fuck ethics and values, I need money, I'm gonna do anything for money. And yes, we can do that, of course. So many people find themselves in situations where they had to choose between surviving and being hungry, and I totally understand that. I'm not talking about idealism or utopia, but I'm talking about something bigger, something beyond the individual. A lot of people in this world came and sacrificed their own personal comfort for the greater good, and a lot of people were able to actually become millionaires doing what they love without having to compromise their integrity. Some shooting, because we're in Lebanon, and either somebody's getting married or I don't know what happened. So basically all I'm saying is that we have to observe ourselves, and we have to make choices, not for us, not for our own personal benefit, for the children of the future, for the children of the world, so they have better examples, so they know they can choose themselves, they can choose authenticity, they can choose integrity, they can choose love, no matter how hungry they become. I've met poor people in this world, poor maybe financially poor, but they were the richest people in the world for me, because they had faith that, they're not alone, they're protected, and they will never compromise their ethics and their values for anyone in the world. Not even if their children are hungry, they will not compromise their integrities. It's a choice we make. It's a choice we make. Unfortunately, governments, the politicians, the people who are ruling the world are not thinking the same way. They don't have these priorities. They don't look at it this way. And when we want to make a change, especially in a country like Lebanon, that has been suffering 52 years from our ignorance, from our choices, from worshipping warlords and leaders, and choosing our political parties instead of choosing the collective good for all of us, because we're all the same. Respecting individual, you can believe in whatever you want, but in the end, we live together. So, and this talk is inspired by an intention, a group of people met today, and it was a beautiful encounter where we heard each other, but at the same time, there was different perspective on what the solution could be. And the solution, yes, one option would be we try to make a change from inside, and I totally respect that. But personally, for me, I don't believe at this point, after 52 years of war and corruption that is completely, engraved in people's subconscious mind, with the war ongoing, on and off, constantly. I believe that the only way we can make change is to stop feeding the monster, and to sit with ourselves and ask ourselves, why are we here? What can we bring into the world that could maybe induce change over time, with time, because nature is slow and we are in a hurry. Life is patient and we are on a treadmill. And personally, I choose to live at the rhythm of nature, and to trust the flow of things, the natural flow of things. And when it's time for change, life will guide us and change will happen, as long as we are working on that change within ourselves, because peace starts within, change starts within, evolution starts within, awareness, consciousness, wanting to be at peace, wanting a different outcome, wanting a different reality starts within. Nothing can be forced, nothing can be forced, nothing. Not even love, nothing can be forced. And I truly believe that the timing is coming, the time is coming. The time has come for change to take place. I truly believe that. I feel it with all my heart. But we have to be aware, we have to have clarity, we have to not be in a panic mode, not to feel that, if we don't do it today, it's not going to happen tomorrow. We have to really think, feel, and accept where the collective is, where individually we are at, and respectfully move according to what is available, without forcing anything into anyone, but at the same time realizing, understanding, having awareness of why we individually are here. Why did we choose to come to Earth and live this experience? We came here to grow, to remember who we are. We came here to realize that whatever we consume in this world will be left in this world. And the legacy we can leave is can be anything. It can be anything. It can be planting flowers. It can be justice. It can be art. It can be anything we want. But it has to be authentic, because everything that is not authentic will have to collapse. Not because I'm saying so at all, because this is the natural order of things. dead branches will be cut off the tree for the tree to survive. And we have a lot of dead branches in the world. A lot of dead branches. And it's time to clean it up. And before we clean up, we cannot build anything new on strong foundation. We can do it. Meanwhile, what we can do is clean our own inner dead branches to be ready. When the soil is ready, we will know and we will start building. I love you. I hope what I'm sharing is valuable. I hope that, in the end, I'm talking to myself, and I'm talking to the moon, and I'm talking to the sky, and I'm talking to the trees around me. And if I happen to connect with you, I'll be more than grateful. Be free. It's time to wake up.